Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today we're going to talk about, is it chemistry or is it a real connection? Okay, all right. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers and welcome to all of the new subscribers. And a special welcome to all of the men. I really appreciate you being here. On this channel, I've started answering your questions. So at the end of the video, I will give you a link where you can send in your questions. And I will either answer your question on the air or I will send you an email to answer your questions. Now, the questions are coming in, so those of you who have already sent your question, just be patient. Your answer is coming. Now, I have some of the subscribers have requested that I tell them when it's going to air. And because I have so many questions, and I try to combine them in the subject that will answer a few letters at one time. So one way that you won't miss your answer is don't miss the video. And I will try my best to let you know when your answer is going to air. But just keep up with the videos and you will get your answer. That's if you don't get it in the email. Okay, so let's get started with this. Now, since we're talking about chemistry and a connection, I got a definition here. I want to read the definition before we go into it. Okay, chemistry is a strong mutual attraction between two people that can stem from a meeting of the minds or simply being drawn to each other. You see? Through intimacy that goes far beyond sex and physical attraction. So it's saying here that, you can have chemistry with a person that kind of goes beyond the sex or the physical attraction. It's something that you feel for them. Okay? Now, a connection. A connection is based on direct interactions that are formed over time. So that's so you don't get confused about chemistry and a connection. Now, beyond that, it could be just infatuation. It may not be either of those. And the letters that I'm going to read today are kind of based on the title here. Okay, so let's go to the first letter. Okay, this is a letter of a young lady that writes, I am 73 years old, but I look younger, and I am a young thinker. My last relationship was 16 years ago. So you see, I am out of the loop. Well, you haven't missed anything. You probably saved yourself from a lot of heartbreak. I'm pretty independent, so I haven't been looking for a man. You shouldn't be looking for a man ever. A man should be looking for you. I've lived in a small city, and there are no men. I guess no available men. There's got to be some men there, but no available men that you see. I never expected to ever get one because of my age, and I've put on weight. You're never too old to get your desires. You see? So whatever your desire is in life, you can have it no matter how old you are. Okay? The strangest thing happened to me 4.5 years ago. I was purchasing life insurance. The man came to my house. When I opened the door and our eyes met, I felt an immediate connection to him. And what you felt according to the definition I read, you felt infatuation. That's what you felt. It wasn't a connection. A connection happens over time. Now, here's the definition for infatuation: an intense but short-lived passion or admiration for someone or something. And that's what you felt. Infatuation. You see? All right. And the chemistry, you couldn't have felt that because the chemistry is something beyond the physical, something that you feel beyond sex or the physical. You see, and what you felt for him was definitely physical. It looks like that you are infatuated with this man. Okay? I could barely concentrate on what he was saying. After business, he stayed and chatted a bit. He never gave any indication that the feelings were mutual. He is tall, white hair, and handsome. Very pleasant person, and 11 years younger than me. He left and life went on. I forgot about him. Well, you say you forgot about him, but apparently you didn't. You just put it in the back of your mind, which is fine. Which is fine. Well, he contacted me 2 weeks ago. He was representing another company and said he could get me a better deal. He came to my house. When I opened the door, the connection wasn't the same. I lost my daughter a year ago and my heart is still heavy, and I'm not really myself. We sat at the kitchen table talking, and all those feelings came back along with the impure thoughts. You can see right there, it's lust. It's infatuation and lust. That's what you're feeling when you see this man. Okay, at one point I thought he was fishing for a compliment. Couldn't believe it. I'm sure for him, women are like buses, one by every 15 minutes. When I was signing the papers, his fingers touched mine. Okay. Okay. All right, you gone now. Yeah, he's touched you. Then again, first time, I thought it was an accident. The second time, I felt he did it on purpose. He probably did. And I'm going to read a little more, then I'm going to tell you what's happening here. After business was finished, he stayed and chatted as per usual. So he spent some time with you. He showed me pictures of his new puppy, his wife, and home. While chatting, he touched my arm twice for a second. Now, ladies, this man is a salesman. A salesman. And salesmen are about making a sale. You understand? That's why he contacted you. He knew you were probably going to be an easy sale. You see? And yeah, when you touched his finger the first time or whatever, you probably lit up. You lit up like a lamp. And that's why he touched you again. You see? He touched you again because now he wants that sale to stick. He making a sale. You're all in, you see? And he wants it to stick. So, that's why he's touching you. Now, the second time he's touching you is when he's showing you the picture of his wife, his new puppy, and his home. Because he's letting you know that he's already committed to somebody. He can already feel that you are infatuated with him. You see, so he's going to use that to make the sale stick. You see, he doesn't want to walk out of your house and then you cancel the policy. And that happens. You see, I was in sales at one time, so I know how the salesman work. You see, so he's getting you on a good note and he's working it. He is working it. But he's also letting you know that he's married, he has a family. So, but he's touching you when he's telling you that. So it'll go down easier. You understand? So you don't be offended by that. Okay? Or put off by that. Okay, let's see what else is here. My feelings for him were so intense. And he can feel it. He can feel that. But I didn't respond because he was married. And because I couldn't believe this Adonis would want me with such a beautiful wife. And he could have any beautiful woman he wanted. He left. I got a call the next day from him for such a silly thing. After I realized it was just an excuse to talk to me. A few days later, I called him. You should not have done that. I called him with a silly excuse just to talk to him. But he was indifferent. Yeah. Because see, you were infatuated by the man, but you didn't realize that he's flirting with you to make a sale. Flirting with you to make a sale. But he let you know he was married. So that kind of, he didn't want the flirting to go too far. So that's why he told you he was married. You see? So you wouldn't make a move. Now, our paths will never cross again. I can't get him out of my mind. Am I some kind of crazy old woman? No, you're not a crazy woman. You just, got infatuated by this handsome man that walked into your home. You see? And that shows right there. You're still alive inside. You understand? And if you desire a man, you can have that. Not this man, but you can have the man you desire. You see? Just because you're 73 or whatever, you can still have what you desire. So, meditate on it if that's what you want. But on this one, it was neither. It was neither. It was neither chemistry or a connection. This man was just making a sale. And that's it. And the reason that he called you was something silly. You said it was something silly because you're looking for him to call you maybe for a date or see you again or something like that. And he's probably calling you something about the policy. You see, salesmen, they will call you back after a few days to see if you are satisfied with the product. You see, this helps to solidify the sale. That's all it is. Just to make sure that you don't up and cancel because something you read in the forums or whatever, or you had second thoughts. That's why they call you back, to make sure that the sale is going to stick. You understand? Now, that's what this was. And, if you want to fantasize about this man from now on, that's you. That's your free will. You can fantasize about him. But don't think that something is going to come out of this. Number one, the man is younger. Is much younger than you. I think that's what you said. You don't want that. Are you looking to take care of somebody? You don't want that anyway. You understand? You want somebody who can respect you, love you, and be with you. This younger man wasn't it anyway. So you admired him, and that's great, and you can just go on with that. But no, you are not crazy. You just, you just were infatuated by this man. You see, I'm going to tell you something about age. No matter how old or seasoned, I'm going to use the word seasoned. No matter how seasoned you get, inside you still feel young. You still feel young like you did when you were in your 20s. Now you may look in the mirror and you don't see 20, but inside you still young. And that's why you're still infatuated by younger, beautiful men. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. but just don't get your heart really involved in it because you could be hurt. That's the warning. That's the warning. Know what it is. It's just infatuation, and that's all it is. Okay. And he was just trying to make a sale. He wasn't interested. He was just, playing his part to make the sale. That's all it was. Okay. I hope that you understand what I'm trying to tell you here. All right. So now let's go to the next letter. All right. Here's from another young lady. I am single woman, 53 years old. I have a little daughter who is 7 years old. I am working and earning decent salary. And I also have a nice house provided by my mother. That's a good thing. Your mother left you a house. That's great. I got close to this unmarried man who lives in our area. My daughter calls him Dad, as she misses her own dad who died in 2020. This man has a good nature and is friendly to my daughter. But I think he smokes cannabis, as sometimes he looks so depressed. Well, cannabis, I'm going to give you a little lesson about cannabis. Cannabis is a natural kind of drug, and it doesn't make you depressed. Drinking makes you depressed, but cannabis lifts you up. That's why people who smoke cannabis, marijuana, weed, it's all the same thing. You'll see them just, be sleepy, but you usually don't see them depressed. Cannabis does not make you depressed. So if he's depressed, it's something else. It's not the cannabis. You see, and the cannabis, another thing, it's a medicinal drug too. Cannabis can help a lot of ailments. So if he is smoking, if it offends you, well then maybe you don't want to deal with it. But personally, I don't see a problem with it. I don't see a problem with it. Nobody has ever died from using cannabis. It's not harmful. It kind of makes you happy, tell you the truth. It makes you happy. It was big. It was really big around the 1960s, around with the peace and, the hippie movement. Cannabis was a big thing. And free love, everybody was loving each other and all that. That's cannabis. You see, it's only that, society, the government or whatever, they want to demonize it because practically anybody can grow it. They want to regulate it. You see, and they want to demonize it and make people think it's something, you understand, it's a detrimental thing. Alcohol is the detrimental drug. Alcohol that you can go anywhere and buy. It's a lot of people that get killed by drinking alcohol. All kind of disease, liver disease and all kind of things from alcohol. That's the detrimental drug, not cannabis. Okay? All right, so let's go back in the letter. He does not work at all, and he wants to move in my house, as he says that I am busy with my work, so he will look after the house and my daughter. I am worried. I have just got concerned about my daughter, and slowly I am detaching myself from this man, as my heart says I will be bringing a parasite into my house. Yeah, that's true. Never let a man move in. Never let a man move in. He's friendly. Just let him be a friend. If he treats you nice, but you say here that you're detaching yourself from the man. And since the only thing that you mentioned in here that you didn't like about him is that you believe that he smokes. So if that is not agreeable to you, Yeah, leave him. Leave him. And don't let him move in, for sure. Don't let him move in. And the reason that you're not going to let him move in, because I believe men should have their own. You shouldn't move in on women. And for him to move in, he is going to be living off your resources. He will be a parasite. And so he says in here that he'll come in and watch your house and take care of your daughter. You don't need that. Your daughter, what is it, 7 years old? You don't need that. Let him go. My advice is a no. Never allow a man to move in with you. Okay? You got your own house? He should have his own house. You understand? But no, this is a no-go. Okay? So I hope you understand that message. No. All right, here's another one. I started dating a man about 6 months ago. I'm in my 40s and he's in his 50s. We hit it off well and he's been kind to me. The problem is he's not happy with work and his health. He complains daily about his job. He gets upset even when someone gets fired, which I feel has nothing to do with him. I try to uplift him daily, but it's getting tiring. He hates driving to his second job as well. Now he's having erectile dysfunction. I think he was dealing with it before we met. He's seen a doctor but refuses to take any medication. I barely see him now, but we talk daily. Should I continue to date him? No. Why would you? Now, let's see here. Number one, he's a pessimist. Everything is wrong. It doesn't seem like he is a happy person. And you really, when you hook up with people, you don't want to be with somebody who's toxic. And it kind of sounds like he is, with him complaining all the time and he's upset all the time. See, that energy will affect your life. It will affect your life. And if you accept toxicity into your life, the divine will bring you more of it. It will never change for the good. He'll just bring you more of it because you're telling the divine, this is what you like. You enjoy this. But if you cut it off, you are telling the divine, no, I want something better. You see? And the divine will comply and bring you better. But you would definitely have to cut this one off. You see? Because I don't see, you barely see him now, but you talk daily. What are you talking about? Now, if you enjoy him talking and keeping in contact with you, as long as he's not complaining. You don't want to hear that complaining all the time. So that's why I said in the beginning to cut him off. Because that toxicity will affect you. There's no way around it. You have to get rid of toxic people in your life if you want to be happy. If you want to be happy. You see? So I hope that my answer helps you on this one. No, I say to cut off toxic people, and he sounds pretty toxic to me by his complaining all the time. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. I am 58 years old, and I just like to find out if it's okay if I chat with guys younger than me. Please don't laugh at me, but I met a guy 20 years younger than me. I really have strong feelings for him. The way he talks to me and treats me is so different than most men I've previously met. We are friends now online for almost 5 months. He wants to meet me and my family. He calls and texts every day. I lost my husband 2 years ago. My kids are grown ups. Should I give this relationship a try or should I put an end to it now? All right, ladies, you know me. I'm going to tell you the truth. You should cut this off. There's no future in this. Okay? This man, you didn't say if you say you've been talking to him online for 5 months, and that's a red flag right there. And he's 20 years younger than you. Yeah. Look, when you go online, ladies, especially, you're a more mature woman. You go online dating, you're just setting yourself up for failure. Setting yourself up for failure. What is he, 20 years younger than you? That means, what is he, like in his 40s? These men are out looking for sex and resources. Sex and resources. They are not looking for serious relationships. Now, you say that this man calls and texts you every day. You didn't say where the man is or, how far away from you he is. You see, but he's making these promises to you that, that he wants to meet your family and he calls every day. He's probably setting you up for a scam. I'm going to tell you, he's probably setting you up to ask for money down the line. You need to watch out for this one. I say to cut it off in the beginning, but like some people, sometimes people want to see what's going to happen. But with this one, this man, number one, is 20 years younger than you. So he doesn't have the life experience that you have. That's number one. So he can't really add any real value to your life. He has nothing to give you. You understand? He's probably looking for help himself. And he calls you or texts you every day just to keep you on the hook. And tells you all these things. He wants to meet your family and he probably wants to come and see you. But watch out if all of a sudden something happens that he's going to need some money. You watch out for that one. You see? If he has some kind of emergency that he needs some kind of money, you watch out for that. And if he doesn't, even if this man shows up at your door one day, you invite him and he shows up, he's only coming there to take advantage of you. Take advantage of you. You've been online with him for 5 months and he hasn't made his way to meet you yet. He's probably already involved with somebody. You see? Ladies, just know that a lot of these younger men online, they take this as a business. You understand? You understand? They scam women out of their money and their savings and all that kind of stuff with promises that they're going to marry you, they're going to come and, meet your family and we're going to have a life together and all that kind of nonsense. And none of it is true. If this younger man was serious about you, he would have made his way to you by now. You understand? You understand? Yeah, my advice is that you cut him off. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, ladies. And you need to look at my video of mature women dating or another video. Don't date online. Don't date online. These people are only scammers online. if there is a good man online, you won't find him. It's like a needle in a haystack. It's too many men on there to take advantage of you. And these younger guys, think about it. Think about it. He's in his prime. He's probably, if he's in his 40 something and he has never been married, he's probably a player. You see? And if he's divorced, you want to know why, what happened. He'll probably put it on the wife. The wife did this, wife did that. And it's probably him. You see? This man, I don't think this man means you any good. He hasn't even made his way to meet you yet. But he talks about it. See, he gives you hope that he's going to come and meet your family and all that kind of. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And if he does come, he's coming to see your living situation to see how he can fit in there. And if he doesn't come, then he has an ulterior motive. Somewhere down the line, he's going to ask you for money. You just be aware of that, okay? And you, yeah. And you say that he's from Algeria? Oh, come on. No. This is a no-go. This is a no-go. Ladies, I hope that you understand these messages. It's not always a connection with these people. Because that happens over time. And you feel like, some of you feel like if you talk to a person on the phone for months or whatever, that's not a connection because you don't even know this person. You can't know a person over the phone or online. They can present any kind of persona to you to attract you, to just draw you into their web. Don't believe it. Stay offline. Don't look for men, period. If you want a man, ask the divine to bring you the man for you, for your better good. That's what you want. Somebody that's going to help to improve you. You see, not somebody who's going to take from you and tear you down. And that's what you need to be careful of. Now, I know, you look at these younger men and they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. You see? That's pure infatuation, lust, infatuation. You look at it. That's all it is. Because it doesn't tell you who he is on the inside. Who he is on the inside. You see? And when you meet someone, if they have good intentions, if they are pure and have good intentions, number one, they will keep up with you. They will always have something good to contribute when they're talking to you. You see? And just know that these long distance relationships don't work because you cannot know a person that's so far away. You don't know what they're telling you. If you don't know if what they're telling you is the truth. That's the bottom line. So I hope that the messages help. Now, for those of you who have questions and you'd like for me to answer them, here is the link right here. Send your questions to MissFaye'sWorld@hotmail.com. To MissFaye'sWorld@hotmail.com. And like I said, I would either send you an email with your answer or I will read your letter on the air and answer it. And I do that because some of the letters that come in, I feel that the messages can help the collective. And I pick and choose certain letters that I would read online because I think it can benefit the collective. So, people, I appreciate you all so very much. And I thank you for your comments. I just keep them coming. I do answer those that I'm able, but I have a chance to read them every evening, and I really enjoy reading them. So just keep those comments coming, and I want to thank those who leave a donation. I appreciate it so very much. Now, I wish you all well, and I thank you for viewing this video and supporting this channel, and I hope to see you next time.